I was watching the Kentucky Derby yesterday, and like a lot of y'all, I placed a really small, insignificant wager on the Derby, one horse to win, and we did a little pool at the party just to make it more exciting for everybody. My horse, Great White, didn't do so hot, scratch going into the post. Thankfully, he and his jockey were okay, and nobody was injured in that pretty scary looking incident. I always find events like the Derby fascinating because they get people out to place bets and wagers who don't normally do that kind of thing. And it's so fascinating to me to watch a large group of people approach risk and probability. I find that stuff just infinitely interesting. And I find it so funny because I look at how people approach something like betting on horse racing compared to what I do on a regular basis in real estate. Many people will casually place bets like that and think it's no big deal, but they look at something I do, like buying and selling real estate, as a super risky activity. Now, the money involved is very, very different, and that has a lot to do with the risk perception. But when you look at horse racing, when you buy a ticket on a race, that ticket, once the race is over, if it's not a winner, has an intrinsic value of zero. It's worth absolutely nothing. So this is an all or nothing bet every time you make it. Whereas if I buy a house, the chances of that house's value going to zero are not very high, right? Never say never, but it's a very, very, very low chance it goes to zero. Could it go down in value? Could it not be worth as much as I thought? Absolutely. But it always has intrinsic value. And secondly, there's the ability to make a prediction in a correct direction or be correct about the prediction in general. In horse racing, to win on a consistent basis, you got to be a savant. Like, you really have to know what you're doing. I grew up going to horse tracks, and it's amazing to watch the people who have any ability to win on a consistent basis at all. But in real estate, I could probably train most of y'all to be pretty dang good at predicting what a home will be worth once you fix it up. Like the formulas, the data that's available, it's really not that complicated. Now, being right within 5%, within 10%, that really matters. But to get a pretty dang good idea and win more consistently than someone would in something like horse racing, much easier to do. So even though there's a lot of money involved, my perception of risk in real estate is that it's actually pretty low for those reasons. And I view going to a casino or placing a bet on the Derby as super duper high risk. And it's something that I will do just to have a little bit of fun, but I can't put any significant amount of money on the line. It has to be money that I would not care about at all. And even then, I don't want the hope of winning big. I'd rather just not bet at all, frankly. So I love events like this. It's fascinating. I'm curious how y'all feel about real estate. Is it more risky than horse racing? Let me know in the comments.